Testing. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back into LastProtagonist Plays Tearscape. I hope you guys are doing well. We had a bit of a break due to lots of fireworks and a nervous dog, so I've been spending the last 3 days playing loud music and occasionally lying down with the dog to calm him down. But hopefully the fireworks are done and through. We've had a few booms throughout the evening, but nothing nearly as bad as over the weekend, with it being the 6th now. So, the last episode, we started up the game and we didn't really learn too much. We're part of this group that I don't really remember because it's been a few days now. And we're just kind of going around Zelda style, solving problems, maybe creating some, who knows. So, anyway, Robbie, nice to see you again. Hopefully this stream does bring you a little bit more sanity, and good luck with the cave story. Alright, so we cleared out the first graveyard area. We got a couple upgrades, and I needed something to be able to flip levers at a distance. I did get a cannonball thing, which I don't really remember how to use. Oh, yeah, I forgot we have a dodge in this game. Gotta remember how to play, actually. Let's check out the controls. Switch tool, use tool. Right, oh yeah, shield and shield bash. And then we can hold X to run. Let me check my tokens. Vitality. Oh yeah, this is a new one that we got to pull things in. I'm still upset that I screwed up the bell and the boot thing. I was a little bit tempted to go back over the weekend and redo this part of the game just to undo what I did. But nope, apparently I'm greedy. We destroyed that one merchant's vases. So where was I even going? Where's the map button? Oh, what's this? Right, I kept pressing the wrong button because of the other game. What was I using for these blocks? Red. Are these levers or buttons that I need to press but I can't get? These things are destructibles. Ugh. This is the weird bell thingy. Where was I going? Oh, up. I think that's all I need to do. I did turn in the pig because I feel like I would have forgotten that. And then this dude needs a cow, I think? Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Oh yeah, I don't have to run to pick this up. It's too early. Right, we fought the Seraph, which is a big beast type thing. We're in Hemlock Ward now. We need to seek the Citadel. That is our next prey. Okay. But yeah, forget enemies don't respawn. Feels very not Nintendo-like. Oh, this is where I want to go. Then it should be a straight shot up. Oh no, it's Stan! Does this health respawn? No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's go back and heal, because I'm bad. What do I need to level up? We need 117. So maybe it wasn't a straight shot. We can break these though. Did I ever go this way? Must have, right? Right. I like the trees, kind of willow-esque. Wait, those can off screen? I feel like I knew that because of the projectiles that I shot the other day. But I did not know enemies could do it too. That's cheating. That's only a move I can do. Oh, why's she crying? Alright. Wait, did I? No, I must not have come this way. Hey, Brad Zeppelin, how's it going? There's more to gaming than difficulty? Ah, but there isn't more to Robbie. He is a fiend for difficult games. He'll complain about it, but, he's a beast. He has the ability to persevere. Ah, bad. Okay. Gonna inadvertently level up fighting this one dude. Hey, Meow, how's it going? How was your 4th? Mine was, a little bit stressful for the dog, but it's okay, I guess. Hell, even the old girl got startled by some fireworks, and she can't hear so good no more. So that was a little bit of a surprise. Right, so these are passable blocks. Oh, we have one of these things elsewhere. Let me mark this on my map. I'll put another question mark for it, just so I don't forget what it is. For some reason, I was thinking this is a cathedral, not a citadel for a second. I was like, wow, the cannon in a citadel. Wait, citadels have cannons? What am I talking about? Is this an elevator? I do like the environments in the game so far. That's one of the babies. Okay. Baby zombie. A zombie baby. Skella bros aren't very good bros. Okay, we can break the candelabra, of course. Since that sick order locked that creature here, all has gone to ruin. I must reach the grand mandate and plead with them to cleanse this place. Oh. So we have a blue. I don't know if that's the first one or the last one. Clearly we go in the intended order right here. Counterclockwise. I was not paying enough attention, honestly. Look at the chat. Okay, we got it. Meow, the 4th was uneventful. Didn't do anything special. Took the dog for an adventure, but your neighborhood's hella quiet. Oh, you're very fortunate then to have a quiet neighborhood. Let me put this in the chat so I don't forget. That stands for blue. It isn't boob in question marks. I swear. Too many words or letters for that. I was trying to be slow about it. I don't think my bomb will destroy it, because it's not a real bomb. Wait, let's do this. If that doesn't work, You'll need one of these. Oh! Oh! I was gonna make a joke about friendly fire and then I got hit. That's gonna break. Why should I jump? This feels like a trap, you know? 3 different ways around, essentially. Oh. Just kind of absent-mindedly swinging. You found a token. Vital aid. What that does. That. Boost stamina regeneration, attack power, and defense. Bonuses increase as flask count decreases. Oh, so this is the item that I'm never going to take off. Okay, I see. Hey, Stella, welcome back. How you doing tonight? What is that? It's a golem. I wonder if I could walk diagonally across those. I'll have to find that out another time. No, I cannot. Ah! Angry skull! I can walk on these. Probably did already, but... is that all I needed to do? Oh, in a way, yes. Well, may as well go rest, right? Is my damage good now? Maybe I should go with a little bit more vitality. Hold on. So I need 1 or 2 hits. Alright, so that's about half. See how my damage looks now. Alright, so that was a little bit more than that. I might just keep pumping up that. Okay, we're close to leveling up again already. Okay. to rest. Yeah, I suck. But why is the head breakable sometimes, but not all the times? I keep thinking I can move a little bit faster than I can. But is there contact damage? I don't even think I've tried that. Because if there's no contact damage, I could just boost into him. There isn't. Okay. At least not with that enemy. So we're close to being able to one-shot those jerks. Don't know what that's about. Wait a minute, I might need like one extra level in vitality. Just so I don't get too shot by those guys. It's kind of more or less what I value a lot of upgrades in games. Do I get another swing? Do I get to kill enemies in less hits or fewer hits? Do I get to survive an extra hit or... Oh yeah, we have the perfect parry. Suck! I forgot! That's funny. Hey, why did it not get broken? They cheated. Trolling me. God, we have like an actual parry mechanic of sorts. Oh, I screwed that one up. Ah. It's a little bit of a delay to it too. I literally walked into it, okay. Dang it. I was hoping I went fast enough. No! You aimed down instead of right. I'm gonna blame the analog stick. I've learned nothing. I've learned nothing. Actually, maybe I should use the claymore, or whatever it's called. It is indeed the claymore. Ooh, we get the one-shot. Don't. I'm surprised that didn't happen. Get a little bit better at timing that, okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Wait, can I go back? Did I screw myself up? Well, probably better to not mess with that right now. Here lies one who broke his oath, a traitor to the grand mandate. The true chain cannot be tolerated. The true chain? Oh cool, I beat him in 2 hits? Holy crap. So still need the thing that'll allow me to get across those. I should have been marking them, honestly. Surprised we didn't hit each other. I feel like we're gonna get it soon, though. Actually, yeah, let's mark that. And there's another one inside. You found the map. Sweet. Well, I'm lucky the Claymore has good range, because that was a pretty big miss, honestly. Check in for invisible walls. Oh, this is where we were. Which, I guess, may as well go back and heal, right? Oh, and level up. Wait, we have a travel button? I didn't even notice that. That could have saved me so much time. Fine, I'll pick the line of vitality. Gotta go for the round numbers, right? Watch skill actually be the best stat in the game. He actually just juked the hell out of me and backed up. So it seems like a little bit of RNG for when the skulls become active. Sorry, I'm not trying to find that guy. Alright, so if those dudes have their swords out, I cannot attack with the Claymore. Because I will lose that battle of speed. That's sad. God. Wait, I might even be able to level up. Well, I'll be able to level up after I get this guy. Okay, so I thought I'd be able to hit him at the end of that animation, like lingering hitbox, but apparently not. Maybe the timing is just off? I don't know. Maybe he has a little bit of iframes when he's attacking like that? I don't think so, but... Alright, so if I take advantage of the Claymore's angle, we're fine. So I need to be lower than them. Or just off-center. That's still wrong. Screwed up the parry on them. Can your puny mind even grasp a fraction of Lord Baron's brilliance?
Oh my! This altitude turns my stomach. I best not linger here too long. Hemlock Citadel once served as the shield of the ward. Its walls the first line of defense. Within its halls, the transmuted order bound a griffin in chains. Beasts soon gathered, drawn by the torment within, and the citadel fell to ruin.
I'm gonna buy some griffin. I'm so early with my attack. Blue. Got it. Who cares if I cheated a little bit? Maybe one of them is blue. Aw. Three tear glass shards gleam as one. An extra flask now graces your burden. The grace is my burden? Hope I mistimed that. I was trying to catch it on return.
You found a small key.
Okay, no, we did. We got the flask heal. Just more delayed than I thought. Ironically, I didn't see where the key room was. probably the other way then. What the? I need like a grappling hook or something. Thought there was an extra full square space. Gonna get got. Wait. Oh no, that's just Sky. Damn, it brings me all the way back over here. Well, I really goofed that up. Oh, there was the green. It was there on the elevator thing. I was too busy looking for hidden exits. Perhaps not so forbidden ones. This isn't a key door. We're close to being able to one-shot that guy, but not quite there. I can't get that way. That's the elevator. It's the pass. The green thing. I don't think I can do anything about that. Can't pass there. Or can I? Maybe we come in from the other side in the Citadel? Hey Dylan, how's it going? This one looks cool, you haven't heard of it? Yeah, this came out late last year. Seems to have kind of flown under the radar, but when I saw the trailers for it, I thought it looked pretty cool. Liked the character design and the art and stuff. But how's it going for you? If that doesn't go anywhere, maybe I should go this way? Why didn't I go that way before? Did I hop down? Whoops. Misjudged that. Ah, the key, of course. We're gonna get it! It's a gun! You found a revolver. You got 20 gunpowder. Shooting consumes gunpowder. Gunpowder is replenished by resting at a checkpoint. Oh, so you can equip different ones. And then, how do I switch them again? Circle. Neat. It's going okay overall, although you're sick for the 8th time in a year. Bro, it's more than once a month. Hopefully getting to the bottom of that soon. That's an awesome pixel font. You say that, but it's honestly been a little bit difficult for me to read at times. But yeah, this game does have a lot of style. You found a weapon. Falcon. And then it goes in where we just were. The important bit is we're able to go everywhere. Wait, I wonder if I could shoot through that wall with the gun. Probably not, but may as well check. Like, I feel like I need to extra focus on that. A swifter blade wielded by seasoned hunters. Its keen edge strikes true, but each swing saps one's stamina, demanding skillful mastery. I was wondering if this is just going to be a strict upgrade to the cutlass. Probably heal. Stop being so damn stingy. Where did we need to go? All the way to the top? So the elevator's way faster. Ah! Still can't one-shot those guys. Hey, without horns, welcome back in. Thank you. Yes, we have successfully made it to some of the firework days. I still hear some going off in the background, but the little guy is on the other side of the room, which is a good sign, rather than quivering at my feet, or on my feet. To remember to dash into those dudes. Alright, so one more level and we'll be able to one-shot those two guys. You found a master key. Stella, when you were at the used game store earlier to get a Blu-ray DVD player, you saw they had a Dreamcast copy of Dino Crisis. $100? You can get the remaster on GOG for like $10. I mean, some people like having physical media, you know? Too soon? Too early? Yeah, I guess that news... Wait, no, did that... When did that news come out? Did we talk about that last stream? Physical media dying on PlayStation? Alright, so I'm gonna put a question mark here because I don't know how to get across. Need a grapple hook of sorts. Here we go. Wait, I've been here before? What the hell? Is that the secret area? It's gotta be the secret area. So it's in a different part of the world? I was gonna go back and heal, but I should be fine, right? Is it spelled Crisis and not Crisis? Crisis with a Y was the resource demanding game of your... I had to dash. But I believe Dino Crisis is spelled with an I. Made it. Okay. Oh, I accidentally pressed circle. No, I broke my own shot. No! No! Why am I so bad? Dylan, you don't think you'll buy PlayStation in the future anyway? They've closed many of your favorite Sony studios. Well, about closing some of your favorite studios, boy, do we potentially have news for you. I don't think just boycotting Sony is going to be all that effective if you care about studios much. I wasn't paying attention. Just trying to read chat. No! That time was just me being bad. Dylan, you're not going to go Xbox either? You're just going to be PC Nintendo in the future? I knew it! The last time I thought we killed him in 3 hits. Let's switch to the Claymore, just for that extra damage. Imagine if the PS2 Trinity of rare survival horror games, if you had them unopened, it's like $2,000 bucks. Maybe that's the winning play. Just buy every physical disc of something that you can now. I was almost gonna say GTA 6, but then I remembered. And then wait for the price to rise in a bunch of years. I don't know if it actually keeps up with inflation or anything though. Stan! All of this for a drop of blood. You found a scale of avarice. Spend health for movement after stamina depletes. Wait, no, that's different. Spend health for tools after gunpowder depletes. This might be useful, actually. I don't know how much health. We'll try that out. The tools don't do half bad damage. At least that one doesn't. I have to go up. This game looks like it has the DS1 Demon Souls level of slow deliberateness, kind of. A little bit, yeah. It's got kind of a gothic aesthetic, which is more akin to Bloodborne in a way. But it is a little bit more slow and deliberate, like Demon Souls, perhaps. What the hell is this? Oh, there's gunpowder? Enemies can drop gunpowder. Am I going the right way? No. Have you seen a price tag on a copy of Haunting Ground? I can't even say that I know what Haunting Ground is. Just emulate it, bro. I actually have a sealed copy of Pokemon Black 2, I think. Because I bought it when I got my 3DS XL. Because I really wanted to play Pokemon. And I got Heart Gold as well. But I only made it mostly through Heart Gold, and I stopped in the Kanto region because I had a lot of other stuff going on in my life, and so I put it down, and then I just never got to Pokemon Black 2. And then the next time I played a Pokemon game was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. One of the two. I think it was Ruby. I don't know, it was digital. And I had a lot of fun with that one. I feel like that was a really big step forward, even though it was a remake of sorts. We got the level up. A little bit tempted to go with the skill, but let's pick up the token for a second. Guess we could take this one off. Just to get good, right? Damn, 2 levels are actually kind of a big deal. This does have a max range. Dylan, you like the muted color palette too, with some modest pops of color? Yeah, the art for this is actually really good, isn't it? I always get a little bit impressed when a game like this has pretty good art style, or like when 8-bit style art does a good job of conveying what things are. It's just something that's always astounded me, sort of. I don't think I'm gonna stick with that, but it might be a viable strat at times. Can I respec? If I could respec, there might be an item that will allow me to do that. I don't know. Wait. Did I just level it up, or did I just wait? Hold on. I wouldn't be able to one-shot those guys. It's these guys, right? No. So I do need to level up. Stella, how much is an unopened copy of Haunting Ground worth? Oh, it's like $1,000, you said. Makes me wonder how much a sealed copy of the original FF7 is. I had a friend who bought one so we could play it brand new, and I was like, brother, the hell did you do? Why did you open this? He's like, you don't understand. I just really prefer knowing that the game that I'm playing is in new condition. I thought I'd be able to one-shot those guys by now, but no. Oh, is there a sweet spot mechanic? Is there RNG to the damage I do? Right, so... Oh yeah, we can go this way now. I do like that the switches stay in position. Oh, okay. We're over here now. So we've been here. Oh, so I could have like skipped the first section, maybe? Oh no, this is closed because I needed the master key. So we're probably gonna have a boss battle, right? It's a griffin! Nyx Claw. Am I just supposed to shield bash it? Damn it. I'm gonna blame the controller. Ah! It's a babby! Attack! Heal! Shouldn't that second heal be going off? So to get for being stingy. The horns, your copy of FF7 got screwed up by a former step-sibling along with your copy of Metal Gear? Damn, that sucks. Did they do it on purpose? Because that would be even more infuriating. So close. Nah, that wasn't too bad for a first attempt, but still had a way to go. Meta to say. So my timing is off. I need more stamina. No. You cheated. It's calculated. There's always two. Ah, so whenever it clashes. Nyx Claw Griffon. Defeated Nyx Claw Griffin. Should say Nyx Claw Griffins in the achievement at least. There's always two. It's a little bit of an illusion that there was just one. We did it! We beat our prey. Prey slaftered. Like the sound effects there. Stella, you got a copy of Silent Hill 1 for like 10 bucks in '05, and you wish you had hung on to that? Yeah. I remember I went to like a EB Games and I saw a used copy of Suikoden N2 going for like 10 bucks or something like that. I was really tempted to buy it because I knew it was worth a lot more money. But I was like, you know what? No. I want somebody to enjoy this rather than making it a collector's item. Because it's like worth upwards of $180 to $200 on eBay. So now they want us to go through the desert. Still need to blow up that. And need to get there. Did I go this way? Why did I leave that? Curse me memory. Undead Course, the Dark Souls Assassin's Creed crossover? I've not heard of Undead Core. But Robbie beat that one earlier? Stella, you gave it to one of your friends, Silent Hill. Oh, okay. Robbie, you've been stuck on Cave Story for like 3 hours? My condolences, brother. You chose that life for yourself. Ooh, baby, one-shotting the wizards. That's good. How did it not go? Oh, I know what it was. It was Stan. I did do this. Yeah, it really sucks to lose a game, either out of friends or, like, from circumstances. Which is why I always try to do my damnedest to return stuff. I almost stole my friend's copy of Star Ocean 2 because I was, like, leaving the state for a while because I was an enemy of it. Oh, I didn't heal up after the boss. I have 0 flasks. I've just been being careless. Fudge. That was not my fault. I mean, it was certainly my fault for using the analog stick instead of the damn D-pad, because I still have not learned my lesson at all. But that's frustrating. Like, how am I gonna dash left and then turn right? So there is some RNG to it, because I didn't one-shot her that time. I wonder if there's a sweet spot mechanic. Can I even get back? Should be able to get back, right? No, I gotta go back. So you didn't expect your copy of Eternal Darkness to be worth more in 20 years when you got it for 15 bucks in '05 either? Robbie, you're at 350 deaths. I believe it, doing those types of challenges. Without horns, you're surprised nobody's done anything like Eternal Darkness again? Wasn't Time Splitters kind of like Eternal Darkness? I guess I don't know enough about Eternal Darkness. I just kind of know of it. Oh, I think I know why I was one-shotting them. It's because I was lower on flasks. Time Splitters was not like Eternal Darkness. There's like one stage that definitely reminded me of it. Well, Time Splitters 2 at least. Jet Grind playthrough? You mean Jet Set Radio? I don't think that's a game for me. I know of it. I have some friends who are huge fans of it, but the game's just never spoken to me. Also, welcome back, Chadwick. Meow, how much do you gotta donate to watch me play Getting Up? I mean, as a thank you to anybody donating like $100, I'll try to play something a little bit for them. But don't look at it being so transactional. It's just me saying thanks within reason. Like, if the game's cost more than $100, then I'm probably not gonna do that. But 'tis always an option. Did I not get a desert graveyard thing yet? A desert checkpoint? But also watch out for the evil cacti. How did I pass one already? Don't. Right after I called them out too. Did I just put it in the wrong spot? No, not really. Christella, any big plans for your Blu-ray player? Curses. Okay, 2 gates stopping me. Okay. So I actually have to line it up. There she is. $2.30. Stella, your PS2 decided to start picking and choosing what DVDs it wants to read? Oh no. All of your games work and that's what's important? True. Damn, your PS2 still works? That's pretty impressive. Mine broke after a lot of dedicated service, like shortly... I think it was shortly after I finished high school, or maybe it was toward my senior year? I don't really remember. I was actually really disappointed because I'd gotten Romancing Saga, the remake, and I couldn't play it because the PlayStation had broken. Does that do half my damage? I might die. Can you hit me again? So just moving is not the play. There's more leeway in reading a game disc than a DVD. I think the games are a little bit more standardized. I could be wrong about that. Should probably stay in the little non-building part for a little bit. I guess this will have to identify the grapple hook mechanic. Which honestly, when I see grapple hooks in games like this, it kind of reminds me of Wild Arms 1. Yeah, I really enjoyed that RPG back in the day. For the PS1. I tried to play Wild Arms 3. And then I noticed the character's hands, and then I couldn't ever unsee that. I'd gotten a decent chunk into the game, and then I stopped. I don't really remember why. Then when I tried to play it again, the intro was so long, I just couldn't bring myself to go through it again. Because I think you had to go and do every character's intro mission. Kinda got lucky there. Did we go this way? No. We'll figure that out in a bit. Zelda, the PS2 probably needs some service work, to be honest. It might be worth looking into, but it doesn't hurt to have a Blu-ray player anyway. That's also very fair. Yeah, your homie has your PS2, but was telling you it was noisy. He did some work for a guy, and a dude took it apart and fixed it up, running like brand new again. Yeah, it's also important to just regularly clean your guys' appliances if you don't do that already. I would highly recommend getting an air compressor. I used to use canned air for a long time, but I got sick of having to buy it. So I just got like a little hair dryer, essentially, that doesn't have the heating mechanism in it. It was definitely one of the better purchases I've made. It's like USB chargeable. It's a knight! Is he a friend? See your friend. Older consoles are solid with maintenance, true. Do you guys remember that VHS repairman used to be like a legitimate job for a while? I've got some more goofy doors. I just never went down there, did I? Oh, no, that's where we came from. How did it... What am I supposed to do? Oh, this gate was stopping me, wasn't it? So I couldn't come down here before? Wait. So this is just a circle, wasn't it? No? I'm losing my mind. So was a vacuum repair? That's true. For decades, actually, with the vacuums. Yeah, when I was in elementary school, I had a friend whose dad did stuff like that. Vacuum repair, VHS repairs, general handyman, I don't know. This time here I need to go. So maybe that's just a shortcut and I'm too distracted to pay attention. Electronic repair in general has disappeared. Used to love going into old electronic part shops. Yeah, back when people could work at places like Radio Shack and Circuit City and make commissions and stuff and decent livings. How do I get down there? Has there been a drop-off? Oh no, there's a staircase. So that's a future problem. Did I just not gone this way? No, we need a key. What the hell? So do we need the grapple hook to get the key? That's probably what it is. So you're gonna blame Apple a lot for that one? Getting things really small in general does make it harder, true. That's more of a Japanese thing, but... The advancement of electronics in general, microchips have changed the game. Analog switches were easy to deal with, true. The era of proprietary parts has been bad, but Apple is far from the only company leading the way on that. Car companies were actually kind of the first in the 90s. Makes sense. Hey Global, welcome back in, sir. If the ladies don't find you handsome, at least you can be handy. True. That's a real life hack right there. Or you could be neither and just be a handful. A lot of bums out there who live life by that principle. Learn how to do soldering on electronics and you can be one of the most useful people in town. Soldering is definitely a good skill to have. There have been times where I've wanted to do solder things, but it's like... do I really gotta go out of my way to get the soldering kit out and stuff? Like, it's so crazy the era we live in now because sometimes it's legitimately just easier to outright replace equipment. Than deal with other things. Wait, we did get a thing. Let's go back to the dungeon that had the lever that I couldn't pull. That orange, you should learn to do it though. So you don't know if you have steady enough hands for micro soldering like that? Oh yeah, I definitely don't. I kind of just have unsteady hands in general. And you really have to be precise with hitting those levers. Oh, it keeps going. Not expecting this. Hey, Robbie, you did it? When do you think we stop saying the L in soldering? Because you feel like kernel levels of hate for that word? Tonal? Soldering? Soldering? Maybe when we focused more on soldiering. You found a token ignition round. That was the desert. Right? Yeah. So I think that was the only lever that we needed to hit over here. Wasn't there another spot over here that I couldn't get to? Right. We needed the rock smasher. I just didn't go back, surprisingly. Maybe that's what I meant to do toward the end of yesterday, or the other night stream. Mobile soldering THT components is easy once you get the joints down. SMD components is very hard and you still don't really have it down. Don't know what those stand for. I mean, I have some ideas, but I don't think one of my ideas means what you wrote. Here's what you meant. It's annoying to get to it no matter which way I go. You hate the word kernel being spelled like that? It is a very unintuitive one, even by English standards, isn't it? I remember reading kernel in Mega Man X4 and being like colonel, and then Zero being like kernel, and I'm like, what? What are we fighting for? I did make that dash, I think, right? Yeah. I didn't go the right way. What I forget for not consulting the map. THT is through-hole technology, SMD is surface mount device. Cool, what's the difference? Still have no idea. The iPhone feels like it's out of Star Trek The Next Generation. I can see that. Oh wait, no, you can't do that? So those things have stopped me in 2 spots. I wonder if the token we got will allow us to blast through that? But that doesn't feel like that should be the solution. Because did it feel bad if you have to have a token to advance the game? Because then I'll always be second guessing myself if I could ever afford to take it off. Let's just go back through the desert. This spot isn't on the map either. We've been here before, but I don't remember if there's anything super specific. I feel like if I couldn't get something, I would have marked it on the map. I know that spot had a secret area. I like the pillbugs laughing at me. Did I ever keep going this way? I don't know if I did. No, maybe this is the way to Hemlock. Oh yeah, I also need to talk to Igor, whatever his name was. Oh, this brings us here. Newer devices have the bead-like components, which are really small. Those are SMD? Okay. The older ones, with the big chunky ones, are THC. Okay, that makes sense. Igor is gone. I think there might have been a switch over by the cow guy. No, it wasn't a switch. Those are the blocks. Oh yeah, he was joking about the cow. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that guy. Forgot to look at my tokens. After making levels in Mario Maker, it makes me wonder if devs watch people play their games and get frustrated when people miss the most obvious stuff. 'Cause, I mean, that stuff has happened in what I thought were pretty straightforward Mario Maker levels that I've made. So I can only imagine Same thing happens with these. Bullets can sometimes explode on contact. Alright, let's do that. Where's the nearest question mark thing over here? That did not work. So we do have some of those weird things all the way up there. What's the fastest way out there? That way? Wait, did I just hurt myself? Valve discovered that players do not look up. Does this say a Half-Life thing? Dogs can look up. Alright, that one wall. What did it say? I wonder if Igor wrote that. I think his name is actually Balthazar or something. You gotta be joking! All 10 shots are duds? I thought about it. I was like, maybe I should put on that thing that will allow me to keep firing, but I was like, okay, the probability can't be that low that we miss 10 shots in a row, right? Bro. What if it has like a 25% chance or something? What if it's even higher? What if it's a 50-50? Dylan, you think it's useful to playtest games on non-gamers? It's a little bit easier said than done, but absolutely. Nintendo does that a lot. Work. I wonder if the big one can explode on contact. I guess a cannonball technically doesn't count as a bullet. Alright, so what have I screwed up here? Why is it partially lit up? World may never know. So we come in. It goes back to that other area, which goes over here. Can't believe I never found the map for that area. I must be missing something there, huh? I was half expecting to get the map from the area with the lever. It's a ninja technique, the Tanuki Gakure no Jutsu. So just climb up a tree. Oh, to like avoid people looking up. I'm sorry. I broke all their pots. I wonder if the return attack on the mace thing you can hit them while they're blocking. Flail. Oh, they just get pushed back? What? I didn't press a damn thing. I just hit X. Forgot that happens. Wait, there's a thing there. So we're over there. Oh, I think I remember now. Okay, I remember this room. So how do I drop down? Because this doesn't connect in that way. So maybe I do need to go through that one secret room. Let's go the easy way. Okay, all I did was press X. I suck. Why? So impatient. That's what I get. This is why I can never do no-hit runs in video games. I just don't have the patience for it. Even challenge runs. Dylan, you're so supportive. How does it not connect in? Is there another entrance elsewhere? You really didn't make that jump, brother? Hey, Hulko, welcome back in. How you doing? Dylan, your brain's still wired for Mina the Hollower? I keep thinking, is that a spot to burrow? Still need to play that one. It's on my playlist. So if we go right, I have to go right again and then up. This person has to be in the way. There's no other explanation. Unless... Dylan, you liked it a lot? One of the better games you played this year? What other games have stood out for you so far this year, then? Wants me to come in from the other bar. Ah. Doing me dirty. Alright, so this was a bust. This is a bust. Can we go in through the big gates now? Probably not. Hinitsugami? Oh yeah, I've been waiting for that one to go on a pretty good sale. I've been looking forward to that one for a while. Mini Shoot Adventure, I haven't heard of that. Tomodachi Life, and Quake 2. Quake 2. Most of those did not come out this year. I was not expecting Quake 2 to be on that list. Was that your first time playing it? Venture west from Hemlock Ward to the Ashmore Dunes. There lies an aged hunter, consumed by tears and descended into madness. Lay the wretched creature low. Right, I just must not have been paying enough attention in the dunes. Because I need a key to get to that hunter guy. Dylan, you never played Quake before? You played through 1 and 2 with your parents. Damn. I missed. Got outranged. I brought a bullet to a firefight, apparently. Loco, your parents thought Quake was evil? Quake, that's interesting. I definitely understand parents kind of boycotting, what do you call it? Diablo and Doom. Never heard much pushback against Quake though. Am I actually missing something super obvious? What the hell? Do I have to knock? Sir Knight, open the door! Loco, the parents are evangelical Christians, so they were a bit liberal, even in allowing Lord of the Rings back in the days. Oh man, that reminds me of a movie that I saw back in the day. You guys might know of it, maybe not. It was called Jesus Camp. It was about... I'm trying to think of a flattering way to describe it. It was like an indoctrination camp for children, for evangelical Christians. And so these kids were like maybe 10 years old or something like that. You know, I think they're actually even younger than that. And so it's like summer Bible school, but way worse. Guys, I'm blind as hell. I never went to the left. How did I not go left? Jeez. I'm out of stamina. And so anyway, in Jesus Camp, one of the kids are talking about how they like can't play Pokemon and or like read Harry Potter, and then one of the kids is just like, I just read it at my dad's, and he like had such a poop-eating grin on his face. So Hilko kind of reminded me of that. Sorry. So, for a while, I lived in a place where the satanic panic wasn't real. What do you mean was real? There's a scary amount of people who literally think demons are out to get everyone. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, for as little time ago that the 90s were, it's still a little bit shocking just how superstitious people are or were. Although, hell, maybe it's not as surprising anymore. I don't know. Which, I don't know, like, the 90s just felt way more prudish in many ways. But also not. There's, like, the transition point between, like, super prudishness and I don't want to say like lasciviousness, but not laissez-faire either. Just more free about that kind of stuff. Satanic panics happen every 30 years, maybe. Lore hunting in Gnostic Hermetic communities very much overlaps, not just in vibes with the actual details. Demonology was a real thing. There's a strong belief in the literal power of symbols as a general pattern. True, yeah. Damn it. The internet and the inherently factual nature of culture now prevents the necessary consensus to support a panic for long. They're just kind of echo chambers, but I mean, people are still panicking over stuff like that all the time. I feel like a lot of it is just that there's been a fragmentation of the monoculture that'll never go back to how it was in the 90s. And the monoculture was kind of dictated, at least in the US, primarily by WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. And so you'd have like a bunch of the satanic panic stuff show up on the news all the time because it'd get ratings. It's like that stuff does show up nowadays, but it's not as relevant to like most people's lives, especially if they're under like 40.
Oh, I knew I would cross paths with one such as you sooner or later. My name is Elgvin, one of the few that yet remain of the true chain. I know well what you seek, and I do not fault you for it. Still, I hold to the hope that this can be undone before you see it through.
So he's not the knight with tears? It's a trap. We found the map. This is like the inverse of the last one we did. How did he hit me, but I didn't get to hit him? The 90s also love pastels, so it's a bit of a little give and take. Bro, the damn Taco Bell aesthetic was peak. Everybody had the Charlotte Hornets jersey things as well. Like windbreakers, that's what they are. Something about teal and purple, you know? Cease your chatter! Only silence may honor Lord Baron's teachings.
Sure is scorching out here. Good thing me and my companion brought plenty of water. This land is Ashmore Dunes, long tied to Dreadmore Palace by commerce. Word is the lineage of the true chain sought to seize this land. His hunger for power outweighed all else, and the throne became his cage. I have already spoken more than I should. Certain words carry a price.
I'll buy that for $1. Okay, one of the biggest risks of AI is that it's much easier to fabricate multiple panics that all point in the same direction. Yeah, it wasn't even just AI, like other countries such as Russia have been using social media to garner a lot of panics and trying to think of the word like fake activities? That is certainly not the right way to describe it. Like fake protests and stuff.
You found the master key.
Dylan, you think the biggest threat nowadays is the consolidation of ownership? Truly, we're living in the 20s, aren't we? Which ones? Yes. It honestly feels like we've made such huge backslides in progress. Like when I was a kid, gambling commercials weren't a thing. Smoking... Well, I guess smoking commercials were a thing, but like they're all banned now, but... Citizens United wasn't a thing, but that's a kind of uniquely American problem, I'll admit. Back in the day, regulations weren't just suggestions. That's pretty badass. Which a lot of people hate regulations, but they literally don't know that regulations are kind of a necessary evil for a well-functioning society. Don't. Otherwise, you're going to have the tragedy of the commons problem, which is kind of what we're having already. Because we don't really have like a world government to oversee commerce and things over international disputes, so everything is just kind of getting essentially strip mined in a way of its resources. So I think we're good here, right? So we can go down the stairs. A lie can be halfway around the world before the truth has had its boots laced true. Oko, as a terminally online person, you see the same things pop up simultaneously with the same types of reasoning, but across languages and countries. That is, I mean, a lot of it really is a coordinated campaign to get that stuff pushed out there for sure. But I've got some conspiracy theories about that stuff as well. Oh! You get me? Yeah, astroturfing. Bro, Stella, I don't know if you know this, but I found this out relatively recently. That apparently Ghislaine Maxwell was one of the mods on Reddit's... Just like a ton of subreddits actually. Like she was a mod, one of the top mods on... politics, and I think world news. I was like, what the hell? And then I looked into it, and I had upvoted like over 100 of her posts just because they were like news stories, and then when you find out stuff like that, it's like, damn, just how much of the information that I consume, like how much of that is at the whims of actors with certain agendas. Of course she was. That warned you stay away from news for your mental health, so you did not know that about Russia, but it didn't surprise you? Yeah, they've been astroturfing stuff for decades, but they really turned it up with the internet. So we got the greatsword. Okay, so it looks like we're good here just because we got the master key. Because when I was in school, I realized that I was kind of living under a rock and I had no idea what the hell was going on in the world, so I made a more concerted effort to stay up to date with news. And so I would just kind of check out the headlines every day and maybe an article or three that interested me. And then Google News had changed the way that it was presenting news to me and it was pissing me off, so I eventually started using Reddit for more news stories and stuff. And to only learn about who's pushing some of the stuff there recently, it's not been a good time. At this point, assume mega rich people are being cartoonishly evil until proven otherwise. Yeah. Alright, so we got the greatsword. The colossal greatsword forged for those who bear immense strength. Its massive blade cleaves through flesh and steel alike. Each swing slow but devastating. I wonder if there's really any merit to using the ones that have less stamina cost than the bigger ones. Dylan, you read an unhealthy amount of news through middle school and high school, and things weren't this bad back then. Silas, tear collector. It's a ninja! That's the wrong button. I need more stam. Got very fortunately missed. You cheated! Probably just shoot the crap out of him from a distance. Keep using the wrong buttons. Oh damn, that did a lot of damage. I'm dead. I think there's too many disparate elements to just blame one thing. Maybe I could pair this one. But not like that, at least. I think I need stamina to parry. Let's try that again. There's been a lot of counter-ops and news since the end of Vietnam, it seems. So here's something that might affect how you guys view the world a little bit, but when is the last time you ever saw any piece of journalism that gave a direct feed look into somebody affected directly by a conflict? Like, when is the last time you've ever seen an Iraqi, a Palestinian, or somebody from Vietnam featured directly in a piece of broadcast journalism? To be fair, there is a little bit more Palestinian support. It's kind of a sobering reality when you realize just how much of that stuff really is controlled. And I don't say that as like a conspiracy theorist. Damn it, I was trying to heal. I didn't know how much time I had before you had up the personnel me, kid. The Horns 2003. Dylan never in the US TV, that's for sure. The Rolling Stone will do those kind of stories though. Sell a major journalism, not indie? I mean, of course major journalism. Because nobody reads the indies. I should have kept blocking him. Chadwick, you have to go to smaller news outlets for that sort of info, and more often than not, it's from the mouths of NGO workers navigating within the conflicts. Exactly. Like, you don't actually even get the direct word of mouth. Well, of course, there's going to be translators and stuff that you have to go through many times. Get parried, kid. You learned a new skill, spin attack. Hold down attack to unleash a powerful spin attack. This doesn't seem like Zelda at all. I need more stam. The connect. Ilko, your first realization about the news creation came sometime after the '08 crisis when algorithmic apps and RSS feed readers were all the rage. Dylan, every major outlet's pretty obviously corrupt in the US. There are good journalists in those institutions, but the ownership and editorial boards ruin a lot of good reporting. I don't know if I'd call it corrupt, unless you just kind of mean, generally speaking, that money corrupts. And, yeah, I don't know. Really sucks that, solid journalism and whatnot really isn't profitable. But I feel like a lot of it is really our fault as consumers for being too spoiled by being able to get information at the speed of light nowadays and not wanting to pay for it. And I'm certainly guilty of that too. But when so many services are separated and not aggregated very well, it's kind of hard to justify paying subscriptions and whatnot, which is kind of why it's doomed to fail in a lot of cases, because it's either going to be too local to be useful, or the spread of a network isn't going to be large enough to kind of give people that relevant detail and whatnot. And of course, there's only so much news and information one can even consume in a day. Foreign outlets tend to be better on average. You look for sources outside the countries of a given story as a generalized rule. Yeah. I liked Reuters a lot, but even they seem to be a bit more sketchy the past decade or so. Money is power coupons, power corrupts, yeah. Money is power coupons. That's a good way to put it.
I suppose it was inevitable. With one more fallen, the true chain fades further into obscurity. Silas was a noble leader before tragedy claimed him. Still, my doubts toward the grand mandate endure. I pray you stand on the right side of history, though I fear you will not.
Sorry you didn't make it up, but it stuck with you. Either way. I want to level up stamina, but it always feels kind of bad. I felt like I was kind of okay with the parry stuff, but no, let's just get more stamina. The issue is I don't really know how much more stamina I'm getting per level up. Yeah, that just doesn't really seem worth it. Oh yeah, I forgot I had the greatsword, huh? Like, I'd almost rather level up stamina recovery speed than the actual stamina thing. Dylan, you think that's where the fracturing of media could be a good thing in the long run? Independent outlets are growing while the old big outlets are rapidly declining? Well, one of the issues I see with quote-unquote fracturing of media is that it's not actually fracturing. The issue is a lot of big companies will create... I can't think of the right term for it, but like sub-companies. Damn it, so I still can't open this. That have a different name but are still essentially owned by the same company. Like how pretty much all of the Fox Newses are Rupert Murdoch and whatnot, or Sinclair. Or how Starry as a brand is just PepsiCo, which is also owned by somebody else, which I don't remember whom. Or like Fox News, not Fox News, but Fox Video. I don't really understand how it's broken down. Is owned by Disney. Robbie, this game looks pretty hard. This isn't too bad. I just need to get good. That boss was a little bit difficult. The median age of TV cable news is 68 to 71. Local TV about 60. Oof. I believe it. Like, I don't really have a TV. Stella, it gets weird when you consider how much money is imaginary on top of the whole "this is the thing we made up" it. True. Like the fact that Bezos or Musk or insert your billionaire here can just kind of withdraw off of unrealized gains and not have to pay taxes on it is absolutely ridiculous. Or how Bezos will pay no income tax, whereas the workers in his warehouses who have to piss in jars to try to meet their quotas end up paying proportionally more in taxes than he does a year is a damn travesty. Let's go there first. was trying to figure out which way would be the fastest. Sorry, it's just rebranded Sierra Mist, exactly. Which is weird, because it kind of reminds me of the original Sierra Mist. It's a lot better than what Sierra Mist had become. It's like Sierra Mist went all natural or something to try to compete with 7-Up, I guess. It wasn't that good. You found a backpack. Increases gunpowder capacity by 10. Oh, this is pretty good. Might be a little bit better than the Scale of Avarice for mid-range options. There are at least 2 billionaires who got paid by the government more than they paid in taxes. I mean, there's a lot of companies that get away with doing stuff like that all the time. You found a fang bite. Oh no, this is probably a dagger? A small dagger fashioned from the fang of a lesser beast. Its jagged edge bites quick despite its size. Like, so many companies will use loopholes to just not pay taxes, and when they install new buildings in different areas, they'll have the local government pay for the construction, or if not the construction itself, then many of the amenities. Probably would have been better off ignoring that thing, huh? Oh. Is it my fault for expecting a secret in the waterfall? Oh. This is kind of interesting. I don't think that was intended. Probably should have looked around before I did that. The market's so overvalued right now. Brother, it's been overvalued for like 30 years at this point. But the thing is, it's all a damn Ponzi scheme. So nobody's willing to let it break. Because it would mean the ruin of pretty much everything. And so everybody's invested on that not happening. So the bubble's just been kind of growing and growing and growing. I mean, really, the worst was the fact that we bailed out the banks for the financial crisis of '08 rather than letting them fail. Or rather than bailing out the banks, they should have bailed out the loan owners. Because the banks essentially got to double dip. They got paid the loan value from the government, plus whatever they were able to extract from their clientele. Alright, Robbie, you have a good night, sir. Good luck with the rest of Cave Story. Only the big ones, and they all had to pay it back with interest? Did they? Kneel and behold the knowledge that flows from Lord Barrent like a mighty river.
Oh, we meet once more. All this water, yet my thirst for knowledge remains unquenched. Have you seen those massive water wheels? They seem to govern the flow from the canals. Engage and disengage them and observe what changes in the terrain. Fascinating devices. You must understand how they function.
Stamina. The banks that got bailed out were international, a lot of small ones left. Now, LastProtagonist, you're here for it? I mean, I would like to consider myself, in some ways, a fiscal conservative, but believe it or not, that's actually kind of rooted more in leftism nowadays than what you'd actually get on the so-called right. Like, it's not capitalism if you're bailing people out with government money. Chadwick, you turned off 2 air circulators in the basement and they were so loud and you didn't realize it. Yeah, it can become pretty easy to tune out background noise and a little bit jarring once it's gone. I should go back this way. Doesn't seem to change this. There's a running list of US banks that have failed that have started during the '08 collapse. I'll need to look into this more. I feel like the music for this area feels a little off. It feels like more of a bonus stage than anything else. I don't know. I felt like stamina was not worth it. Let's get it to 5, and then I'll never touch it again. Okay, so it's like every 5 points is a bar. Dylan, you'd argue bailing out the banks is a capitalist thing to do, but you don't consider the free market trade is the same thing as capitalism? Purple, purple. Got the map. It doesn't mean poop, I swear. Markets and capitalism aren't necessarily the same thing. Capitalism has been around for like 300 years old. I mean, it depends on what you want to call capitalism and whatnot, because Yeah, markets and mercantilism has been a thing for many hundreds of years at this point. Oh man, I almost died. Oh, this wall stops that? Okay. Oh, we got it. It's honestly kind of difficult to look up the history of mercantilism unless you have some pretty good sources already, because a lot of that stuff is tied into like anti-Jewish propaganda, unfortunately. Because good luck trying to find a good resource that talks about the history of banking that isn't very salty about it for one reason or another. Yeah, the pill bugs are everywhere, aren't they? I made it. I probably should have lost that. Really bad at timing those ones. Even Lenin saw the need for some degree of markets, and he was a pretty lefty fella. Caterpillars. Oh, so it can go through that wall, but not the other ones? That's so annoying. At least be consistent about it. Damn it. I ran out of stamina. It's not fair, I leveled! We can do the real Dark Souls strat of just ignoring everything, right? I think I went left last time. So we have a blue there somewhere. I'm assuming that's the third one. So to you, free markets are ancient and can't be what capitalism is? Brother, why did you not dash? Hey, Global, happy birthday! Stella, capitalism is based on private ownership of the means of production. Like, you could argue, just by that loose of a definition, that feudalism is capitalism, which, I mean, it certainly is, isn't it? Hey, we got some flower seeds. Now we have 997 to go. Oh no. It's a kraken. No. Phase 2. First try, baby. Yeah, getting good at parrying was helping for sure. Stella, July birthday club. Your birthday's in July as well. Hoko, Radio War Nerd did a series on Venice that's interesting, deep dive in the example of how we transition toward capitalism. Chadwick, there's a worrisome amount of toddlers screaming coming from across the street. Yeah, especially this late at night. That is indeed worrisome. To heal. Where's the statue? I should have marked it on my map. I had been doing that. Stella, your birthday's next week. Oh, here it is. Yeah, what's an acceptable amount of toddler screaming? Generally, during the day, if the kids are outside playing and stuff, there can be an acceptable amount of it. There, we got our stamina to 5. Looks like we need 6 to get to the next notch on the bar, though. That's going to annoy me. Dylan, toddlers do be screaming, to be honest. Very true. Did I ever go up? I'm dead. Okay, no, that second heal saved me. God. This is becoming personal. This damn controller. I died. I'm going the wrong way. Wait, no, this is connected. Huh. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Wasn't even half the damage to that guy? Holy crap, man. Come on, man. Like, the sensitivity of this game is a little bit annoying. At least that's my fault. How is this not working? Part of the issue is strafing doesn't feel very good. Unless I'm using the actual analog stick, which makes me not want to use the D-pad either. that sucks. You found a tear glass shard. Alright, so purple, green, blue, purple, I think. Take a poop. Chadwick, the 5-year-old and 10-year-old seem to be locked out or avoiding going into the house. It's disconcerting. The horns, the sound of the overworld is at such odds with the rest of the game. That's what I was saying. This area felt really weird. It felt more like a bonus level. So that solves that international mystery. Let's mark this one off the map. So I still need to go that way, and then that way. Actually, it might be faster to come out and then teleport. And I don't need to mark it on my map so I know where the hell I'm at. Oh, it's 427 now. Holy crap. Mire glue. Dylan, sometimes you wish games like this had a lock-on mechanic, like the recent top-down Zeldas. Sometimes you wish they had 8-bit directional movement sometimes. This does actually kind of have 8-bit directional movement. Even some of the NES games had it, like the Guardian Legend did. It's one of my favorite NES titles. It's kind of like Gradius meets The Legend of Zelda. It's so good. Sister? Why is your head so big? Hey there, I could really use some help and you look strong enough for the task. I lost my cat just east of here. For reasons beyond me, that place is packed with traps, so I can't reach it. Please help me bring my cat back. Chadwick the screaming stopped? That's good. You should have told him that if they kept screaming that you'd give him something to scream about, right? Oh no. This is an escort quest. Nine lives saved. A hero for the small and furry. There she is, safe and sound. I truly can't thank you enough. Please take this reward. I hope it proves useful to you. Before you go, one more word of advice. Keep an eye on the waterfalls. A few of them hide secret passages. You found a throwing knife. Rolls can sometimes trigger a knife throw at the nearest target. Ooh, that sounds quite nice. targets. Yeah, that actually deals kind of good damage, really. I wonder if the tools level up would improve that or not. Chadwick, you hate how far things have to go before reaching a point of reasonable intervention. You're treated with immediate distrust in your neighborhood, so you don't want to get involved, but it's unusual to say the least. That's totally understandable, yeah. Especially as a dude with children around. Really sucks how that can be taken. And he was really boofing in his sleep. Still, it's a lukewarm take, but the Resident Evil 4 escort quest was fine. Alright, what did we put in the chat? It was Pig Papa. So done! You found the ice revolver. A finely crafted revolver fitted with an unusual inner chamber. Its shots carry a chilling force, briefly freezing those struck in place. Wonder if we could create blocks of ice. It's not like this. Wait. How the hell I get there? I gotta probably flip a switch. Dylan, is it weird that you like escort quests a lot of times? Your favorite part of Breath of the Wild might be following the Koroks around the forest? I've not played Breath of the Wild to give my take on that, but generally, yeah. A lot of escort quests kind of suck. When I think of escort quests, I tend to think of many of them that are found in World of Warcraft. The going into Suramar was pretty terrible at times. Illusion, what are you hiding? Ugh. Dylan, your parents' neighbors have hated them for no reason at all? Damn, you went to watch their Christmas lights and they turned them off when they saw you from the window? That is an amazing level of pettiness, not gonna lie. Global, one of your favorite things to do in Elden Ring was summon people and name yourself escort mission or run around with no armor or weapons and get hurt on purpose. Oh god, that's terrible. So you were the one that they needed to escort? Although you said you summoned people, so they'd come into your world like that. There are some pretty good joke Elden Ring characters. Like the Drip Inspector was pretty good. And then with the DLC, didn't we have like a bunch of Mike Tysons or something like that with a boxing glove? I wonder if I could land on that guy. No, I almost died for that. Yeah, once you heard a lady screaming about being killed, it honestly sounded more like junk drama and you felt conflicted about if you should call the cops. That's kind of the worst when you don't know if somebody is actually in need of support or whether or not to go back around. If somebody is in need of support or if they're just acting out for attention. Brothers, I don't have to come back this way. I feel like the timing for some of these puzzles is off. I think I was gonna get hit by that shuriken thing no matter what, unless I had to redo the entire thing. Okay, maybe this is the trick. Okay, no. Then I can't go back this way. Okay. if we get the ability to swim? Okay, now maybe we're done with this area for now. Still can't break those things. So we just have the dunes to go to. Hey, hold on. Oh, then I can't go that way. I might be able to go all the way around, but it'd be kind of annoying to check. That thing did a lot of damage. Meow, you were in Oakland. It could have been either. You didn't call. It still kind of haunts you. For stuff like that, then, it can be a little bit easier to err on the side of caution, even if it's just for no other reason than so you can sleep at night. Like, I've definitely seen people in precarious positions that, I guess I won't be so vague posty about it, but, like, I saw a girl being accosted by her very obviously drunk boyfriend, like, getting in her face, kind of, like, whisper screaming at her, if you know what I mean? And so, as I was walking past, I asked if, she was okay, but I did it from a distance, and so, like, I was just, like, gesturing, like, thumbs up, like, are you okay? And then she, like, nodded. But this is in Japan, essentially, near base. So when I got to base, I told the MPs that I saw what was going on. So even though, like, everything, like, nothing was, like, super wrong, but it didn't seem super right either. And I have no regrets about that. Stella, trying to parse out if it's somebody having an episode or actual danger sucks, because if it's an episode, you really don't want to call the cops, because they're most likely to end up hurt if you do. Right, that's another risk factor to consider. Without horns and Elden Ring, remember seeing somebody that would put on a bunch of camouflage outfits and hide somewhere during an invasion? They got found out, they just let the invader win. I think I remember seeing something like that. People would give up finding them. Stella, you'll occasionally walk by someone having an episode and it's like, sorry, your day is so rough, dude. Stella, you saw a post about how 4chan schizo posters would be scared if they sat next to someone mumbling to themselves at a bus stop in real life. It's an interesting dilemma to know that you're schizo or schizophrenic and then have to be cognizant that you might mumble and make somebody else feel uncomfortable. Never thought about it from their perspective because they always seem so disassociated. That's the wrong word, but I can't think of the right one off the top of my head. There's a quote in a movie that's like just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you don't have enemies or something like that. That stuck with me for a long time. So I guess a lot of schizophrenic people tend to be paranoid, but that doesn't mean they're wrong for it. But it just always seemed to me that their assessment of risk was a little bit off. So to have a more grounded perspective on it is a little bit surprising to me. Which surprises me for being surprised. Yeah, it ended up being likely junk drama. Bus stop mumblers are fun, meow. One lady told you were a little girl from France and she could commit any crime, they couldn't track her. Stella, schizo posters aren't schizophrenic, they're cosplaying a stereotype of crazy. Okay. So you meant that in the more literal / colloquial sense of the term than an actual description of the poster? Okay. Then I lack context. Jillian, you made a few invaders quit with some diabolical chameleon use? I believe it. I would like to enjoy FromSoft PvP more, but there's a bunch of factors that make it kind of ass, really. Such as trying to find the invader or hosts at times can be really annoying, although they did make it a little bit better in Elden Ring with being able to teleport around a few times. And then net lag just kind of always pisses me off a lot. It makes me not want to play. And then sometimes just the builds and their variety just isn't that fun to me. Okay, folks, I think we'll go ahead and call things here for the night. Tomorrow, we'll go through the rest of this area to open these doors and figure out what lies beyond. So, thanks for joining me. Hopefully, I'll catch you all at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, take care, stay safe. LastProtagonist out.